Hey guys, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So we are back once again with the firewood. We are getting our secondary load today, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. But before the guy actually shows up, I thought I would address just some of the questions that you guys had in regards to the firewood. I've had quite a few questions just about face cords, bush cords, which wood I prefer, that kind of stuff. So I thought we'd kind of start right at the beginning. One of the common questions I was actually getting was, did I prefer my firewood split and cut and delivered, or did I prefer the wood delivered like this? So this is not necessarily a complicated question. It really just depends on what you're planning to do with it. It also depends on how far you want your wood to stretch. Are you just buying for this year, and so you're looking to obviously have it split, or are you looking for your money to stretch and you're looking for longevity within your wood? So first off, let's take a look at the piles and compare. So when I did a video, I believe it was a couple weeks back when I originally got this stack of wood delivered. The wood that was delivered to me was about 4 bush cords. And I get the question of, well, what's a bush cord? So guys, a bush cord is 3 face cords together. And that's what we call a bush cord here. And if you take a look at this is when it comes to you, it's delivered, it's split, and it's dry. So essentially all you really have to do is just stack it, get ready to burn for the winter. But for the most part, this is all you have. You're using this right now for this winter. Guys, when I originally had this wood dropped off, I think that was about 3 videos ago now, this wood that we had delivered is basically considered 12 bush cords. Okay, if I was to split and stack the way that you see up on my deck, this would be equal to 12 bush cords, okay? The logs get delivered, as you saw, by truck, and each one of these logs is 8 feet long. So one of the questions that I get quite a bit is, how much do I burn and how much does it cost? And everybody's is going to be different. First of all, with the wood, it's going to depend on what wood you have. Up on the deck, we have oak and we have pine this year, and oak burns for a very long time and it's very hot. It's the kind of wood that you would put in if you were, nighttime, there's a nice storm outside, your oak will actually burn for a very long time. Pine helps it get going, but the oak will burn for a longer time than pine. So we use pine sometimes as a starter. I've had birch also as a starter because birch really ignites really easily and it helps get the fire started on those really cold mornings. But this year we have just pine and we have oak. So in terms of cost factor, and this is a big one for people, and I know I've been getting that question a lot, how much does it cost, if I was to buy a bush cord or a face cord and this kind of thing? And it's all going to vary, like I said, based on the wood that you get. However, I want you to compare what you're getting in terms of wood when it's delivered, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so when you get your wood like this, if you decide that you want to order dry wood that's cut, split, and all you have to do is stack, you're going to be paying for the convenience of having your wood dry and split and cleaned so that you have nice wood that's ready to burn and is ready to go. All you have to do is stack it, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're ordering cut and split wood. And remember, what I have here is 4 bush cords, not particularly in this pile, but all together. Now, when we look at a pile that's delivered like this is only 1/2 of my pile that's being delivered, okay? Like I said before, the wood is 8-foot chunks, okay? This wood here, if I was to cut and split it, and stack it, it would be equal to 12 bush cords. Now, everybody, like I said, has been asking me about cost, but would you believe that both piles of wood cost the same? If you get them in the raw log form and you're willing to be the person who is out there and cutting and splitting and stacking once they're delivered, your money actually goes a lot further if you buy it in log form. So the other question I've been getting quite a bit is, how much wood do you burn in the winter? Well, I have to be honest, guys, that really depends on the winter. If you are the type of person like we are, where we turn our thermostat way down in the winter and we burn wood during the daytime, and then we let the thermostat take over at night, then, you know, it's going to be something where you're burning wood all day long. But not necessarily burning into the night, because your secondary heat source is going to be kicking in. But if you were somebody who wants to go completely off grid and you want to do nothing but burn wood, well, you know, it's really not going to go as far as if you have a secondary heat source. So this for us is something that we're going to be burning in the day and not burning at night. That's what we do. Our thermostat kicks in. We have electric heat. So in order to stretch the pile out during the winter, what we do is we basically turn everything down in the day because we're burning our wood, and we turn the temperature low and we leave it set at that temperature. And when the temperature kicks down that low at night, then the furnace kicks in, and that's how we extend our wood. It's not something that we consistently burn, constant. Now, when there's a power outage, of course, you've got a backup, you've got something that you can fall back on. And of course, you're going to be burning 24/7 until the power comes back on. But for the most part, what we're doing is we are taking this, burning it all day, and then letting the fire go out at night and just letting the furnace kick in. So in terms of cost, like I said, you are going to have to decide how you want to get your wood. It also depends, your cost is also going to depend on what wood is available at the time and how much they have. So right now, this is a mixture of oak and pine. Last year I had oak, pine, and birch. The birch was mainly used for fire starters, and the oak I use a lot because the oak will burn longer. So it's all going to depend on your area. It's all going to depend on what they have available, if at all. Okay guys, so here is the secondary pile. It's equal to the first pile. And so that's it. This is not what we're going to be using to burn. This is going to be sitting in the yard capped. We're going to be letting the air run through it, but just making sure that we have it capped so that there's no snow on it through the winter. No, we do not burn this much wood every winter. This is pretty much, guys, at the end of the day, buying your firewood ahead of time so that you can beat inflation. And you can definitely bet that with electricity going up, propane going up, natural gas going up, firewood is next. So guys, don't wait. If you're still getting your firewood, put your orders in now. And just buy ahead of time, or buy a little bit ahead of time. That way you'll beat inflation. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that with you today. If you have any questions or comments, please pop them below or subscribe, and see you soon.